In today's gaming news, a new video explores the world of EverQuest Next Landmark. This year's Video Game Awards ceremony begins tomorrow, and developers respond to Riot's streaming restrictions for pro gamers. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, we've got a brand new video for EverQuest Next Landmark. In this video, we take a look at some of the various powerful and easy construction tools that will allow players to build things like houses, towers, archways, furniture, along with the ability to change the terrain. In the video, they also talk about how you can make money both in the game and real world money by selling items and objects that you have either made or found. The video also goes on to talk about how this isn't just a prettier version of Minecraft, because the world's dangerous and you can encounter environmental and NPC enemies. Oh, wait a second, you can do that in Minecraft. So it is pretty much just a prettier version of Minecraft, but you know what, frankly, I'm okay with that. I love the style and the visuals of this game. I love the idea of this game that's going to start off as a construction tool where you can explore and deal with enemies, and then eventually sort of turn its way into an MMO. I mean, not really, because EverQuest Next Landmark and EverQuest Next will always be separate things, but some of what people create in Landmark may eventually make it into the MMO that'll be coming out probably a couple of years down the road, and I think that's a cool idea. However, I think we should not dismiss the fact that as fantastic as it could be, there's probably just going to be a whole bunch of phallic symbols, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. A lot of people creating. I don't want to bury my head in the sand. There's going to be some amazing, fantastical creations and beautiful castles and vistas and landmarks and landmarks, but there's also going to be a bunch of phallic symbols. So that's just the truth of it. All right, next up in news today, the Video Game Awards for this year will be taking place this weekend. Previously called the VGAs and now renamed to VGX, X of course standing for Next Generation, because that didn't go out of style like 15 years ago. This is going to be streamed tomorrow. It'll be taking place at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so it's to last about 3 hours, and it's going to be an internet-based stream with an abridged TV version that'll be happening on Monday. But if you catch the stream, some of the games you'll be seeing include South Park: The Stick of Truth, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Titanfall, Quantum Break, Broken Age, Dying Light, and Tom Clancy's The Division. So, you know, it's a Video Game Award ceremony. Don't let the rebranding fool you. This is the VGAs. So everything horrible you've heard about the VGAs, such as the pandering and just the poor production quality and all sorts of stuff, this isn't my personal preference. I don't think I've ever caught more than 15 minutes of the VGAs, but just the stuff I've heard on the internet, it's still probably going to be the same thing. You know, they're mixing it up as they're making it focused on the stream and then putting an abridged version on TV later, which that's cool, but it'll probably still be bad. Just probably expect it to be bad. Still watch it because it's video games. Laugh if it's terrible. Enjoy it if it's good. Who knows what's going to happen? My opinions shouldn't dissuade you from checking this thing out. And last up in news today, Riot hates eSports. I'm just kidding, but some people are saying that. Riot has imposed some restrictions on on people in the LCS, professional League of Legends gamers in the LCS, restricting what they can stream while they're taking part in LCS. So let's break this down for 1 second. Basically, if you're a professional League of Legends player playing in the LCS, which is professional League of Legends players, you can't stream things like Hearthstone, Dota 2, World of Warcraft, Heroes of Newerth, Fat Princess. There's just a whole bunch of games that Riot deems as a competitor, and because they're paying these people, because they're paying the teams that these professional gamers are under, and then the teams are paying the players, they're saying, hey man, if you want to take part of this, you can't stream certain games. Well, developers of some of the companies and of some of the games who are restricted have came out. Specifically, Jasper Koning, the co-creator of Awesomenauts, came out and said, we are disappointed to see Riot impose restrictions on the spare time of its LOL Championship Series players. It's understandable Riot as a company wants to protect its interest, but the way they're doing it now is decidedly unsportsmanlike, anti-competitive, and it sets a bad precedent. And that statement right there basically echoes what the internet at a large has been saying. Some people are saying, man, you know, Riot, they're a business, they're trying to make money, and they're trying to make sure that people they're paying aren't sponsoring or aren't advertising for competitors. So in the business sense, Sure, Riot, of course, absolutely within their rights, and it makes a lot of sense. If I were Riot, this would be a smart business move. Is it smart for esports? Does it support esports? Is it anti-competitive? Yeah, it's anti-competitive. Yeah, it doesn't really support esports, and people are pointing to Riot and saying, you talk about how you want to support the scene, but you're just looking out for yourself. Yeah, you're probably right. In fact, this probably doesn't do much of anything to support the scene as a whole, but it supports Riot, and Riot's a business, and they're here to make money. So can we blame them? It's an interesting situation. You can look at it from multiple ways, and you can look at it as being something that is okay for Riot to do because they are a company and because they are paying these players. So if you want it, you know, you could say, okay, sure, you don't have to do this. You don't have to listen to these restrictions. Just don't accept our money. You want my money? Listen to what I have to say. It's a tough call. I don't know. I'm really divided on this issue, but I'd love to know what you guys think. And I certainly can't blame the developers of the games that are being restricted for coming out and speaking out because, hell, I'd be pissed. One of the largest video games in the world, and certainly the largest streamed video game in the world, having them say that streamers of that game that are on the professional level can't stream your game, I'd be pretty pissed if I were them, to be honest with you. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's episode of the show. Thanks so much for watching. Please chime in the comment section below with your thoughts and opinions on any of the topics discussed here today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. You know, come to think of it, if you really support me, and you like these videos that I make, I don't want you watching any other videos on YouTube. I mean, seriously, if you want me to continue to entertain you for free, you can't watch it. Stop watching PewDiePie. Don't watch Total Biscuit. Are you watching Jesse Cox? Stop watching them!